So I'm Kenny Selcer. We're going to talk about drop D tuning. Overview of drop D tuning with some examples of some music that I put together and some chords and how to play some of the chords. Drop D tuning, really elegant. I like that word elegant for this. Really nice, really beautiful tuning on the guitar, and you can get it some edgy sounds too if you want. So drop D tuning. Let's talk music. I'm going to talk about drop D tuning, a very elegant tuning on the guitar. As you might know or might not know, there are many, many tunings for the guitar besides the standard one of E, A, D, G, B, E, standard tuning. There's drop D, there's dad-gad, there's tuning the guitar to D chord, tuning the guitar to G chord, a lot more. The drop D tuning is easy tuning compared to a lot of the other ones, but it sounds really, really good. We're going to talk about that today. So what basically the drop D tuning is, you take the E string and you tune it down to D. So when you play a D chord, gotta get this right, you have that D bottom that sounds just really powerful and really nice. Otherwise, you couldn't play the bottom note if you played a D chord. So there it is. And you can also play just other voicings that sound really nice with the drop D. So that's what a drop D is, basically just D bottom, and everything else is standard. A, D, G, B, E. So here's some chords. So if you're playing a key of D, which is obviously why you would want to be have a drop D tuning, generally speaking, you can play a D. If you play a G chord, you have to play it like this. And so this note here, the 5th fret, is now, because of the D, drop D tuning, is now a G. So you have a G triad, just like that. You go up to A. And this note is now not a B, it's an A. And you can do little things like this. So D chord again, G. There's another kind of G, which basically you're barring A, D, G. So barring those three on the 5th fret, barring those three, but you're really playing the little pinky on the 7th fret on the D string, so it sounds like this. And that's the G chord. That's the G chord. You can move it up, and you still play the B, and you see how you get these fuller chords? It's really nice. Here's a chord. You have a deep bottom. You're playing open A, F sharp, which is a 4th fret on a D string. Play it with your middle finger. And you have a G open, and then a D. And so you play 5 strings. And you have that G and F sharp, which is really tense, but it sounds really good. You can also put the middle finger, ring finger on the D note on the 5th string, and you get this. For D, so we get C, D. And you can do a lot of things. You can do D, play a little G triad here on the first three strings, the first 3 strings. And you get that ostinato thing on the bottom, just constant back and forth, or just rings out really nicely. So go to the A triad on the 5th fret, and still you're playing D, A, and D. D, and you go. And here's another one for you. You can move that D voicing up to, move it up, same shape, up to the 5th fret. And you're still playing open strings, the first 3 open strings, playing a triad right there, the shape, and it's basically D minor 7th. And you can move it up. So it opens up some possibilities for you for different sounds with the constant ringing of the D string. Listen to this. And you can do, that's a D triad right there. Ring finger on the D, little finger on the F sharp on the 7th fret, on the B string, first finger on the A note, and the D, and of course D minor. So it's just nice, you know. Here's a song I wrote a long time ago, instrumental goes. So you're playing a D note, D. So it's just really nice. And also, if you want to play an E minor, you can do this. You can use the ring finger or the first. You bar on the 2nd fret. You can bar the first 3 strings, low, from the low strings, and everything's open. It's E minor. You can move it up 2 frets and put your first finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. The first 4 notes is an F sharp minor, but with the B, it makes it really nice in E, so you get all different sounds. This kind of bluesy thing. D, you can put that bar on the 3rd fret, the lowest 3 strings. A lot of things. You can do some edgy things, you can do some pretty things. Triad things, really nice. You have the D triad here on the 10th fret. And you have D, A, and D. Move it down to the C triad. G triad. Here's a little side thing for you. When you take the D triad and take those 3 strings and you move it up, E, same shape, it comes E. Ring finger is where the root is. F, G, A, B, etc. So here's a D, C triad, G triad right there. And D triad, C triad, G triad, you get the nice harmonics there in the 5th fret. G triad, harmonics. So this is drop D. Once you're fooling around with it, bring the E string down to the D. So you have D, A, D, G, B, and E. Standard tunings for 5 strings. And just put your fingers on regular chords and see what happens. Drop D. Thanks for watching. Now go practice.